Hello, everyone. Welcome to Sussex Saturday. I am VS Speaks Royally. I hope you all are doing well and having a wonderful day or evening thus far. Thank you all for, I shifted the time. This is later than when I normally would go live, but I had an appointment that I had to take care of. Diane, trash time yet? Yeah, I have to go highlight Nellie's comment because she made me laugh even through the intro. So y'all are a mess with your trash time. Come on now, y'all know we got to be sweet. I have been, I can say, the last few days, and I've had to ask the universe for forgiveness, but some of the memes with regard to, and I'll just say, the submersible, yes, has had me in tears, and not for being upset, and I'm going to leave that alone. I'm going to move away from that. Where's this comment that Church Nelly? There you go. Got home from church, time to Bible bitch slap. She earned her name. If you had any questions on how she got that, there you go. I did tell the story once, but that comment should tell you all that you need to know. But that's why we love Church Nelly. So hello to all the channel members. And a hug to all of you. I know some of us are going through some things. And, for everyone else that's not yet, keyword not yet, a channel member, to you too. All right. So, Sussex Saturday. I'm going to kick it off as I normally do, and then, we'll get into all the getting into that we need to get into. All right. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act, 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. And as I do every Sussex Saturday, I read my favorite quote that's on the Archwell website. Each of us can change our communities. All of us can change the world. I'm going to give us a little timeline cleanse. Thank you to all the squatties who post pictures that I had not seen. And so just to share and cleanse and get us into, because, how she is treated fuels us for what we do here. So Better Up tweeted out, and I happened to catch it and wanted to share because, yes, it speaks volumes. So they said no matter who you are, there will always be critics. Identify any valuable takeaways and leave the rest. I was like, ooh, mic drop. That's basically what Harry and especially Meghan have done and are doing. Identify what's valuable in a takeaway, but, just leave the rest of it. And I know squatties, I see them going in on different people, and I'm like, yeah, you just have to take a step back, protect your energy. Protect your energy. I think it was Twisted Thursday I went through and just went over the accomplishments as to counteract all the chatter that's out there about Harry and Meghan. They are both New York Times best-selling authors. Yes, they have best-selling books. So we need to remember that. And then their production, on the production side, which is successful, regardless of what people are saying about archetypes, it's still very successful because it knocked the what's the right word I'll just say it knocked what was the number one off its shelf for being the number one podcast for a couple of weeks, and then the hateful SOB got his number one spot back. But anyway, and I love one of the squatties added Lilybet in here to say, and they had one child. In the last 3 years, they have done a lot. So, regardless of what the haters may say, as we'll see in trash time. All right, so polo, anyone? Now, Church Nelly, I know you're going to be watching your eyes are going to be glued. You're going to have to sync your times with Singapore, but, hopefully we'll be able to see, as they say, white pant season is upon us. So polo, Bali, which is the charity that Harry co-founded. Each year they have a charity event. Usually it's the polo that they will take a match, and that's dedicated to all proceeds raised for that match go to Bali, and it is August 12th. It has 7 p.m. to 10:30. So, all right. Also, I've noticed Invictus is trying to get fancy here. They have their shop, which if you go Google Invictus Games, you will be able to find their website. It's listed here in the screenshot. Yes, no, I was bad and didn't put it in the description, but I hopefully will remember after the live is over. But they have a shirt that they said, don't let sunburn, wind, sand, or other elements ruin your day. This smooth and versatile long sleeve rash guard will protect you while you have fun doing sports. So it's pretty cool. So they're trying, almost making me want to go out and buy something. So yeah. All right. I would love to be over there for that. And who knows, maybe I'll win Powerball or Mega Millions, or someone will gift me that knows me. And then I can take that trip and then go live from over there. Okay, because Sussex Saturday, no matter what. All right. I wanted to do a look back. So since it was a certain event this week, Ascot, I wanted to do a look back at our faves at Ascot. Because I haven't looked at Ascot since they left. What's the point? But here they are, very happy. And as you see, Harry, yes. And of course, I loved when this winner kind of looked at Harry like, is it okay if I kiss her hand? Which, there was a lot of flack and headlines written about this moment. But I always think it was cute. And especially this one when he's like, watch yourself. Watch yourself. And we as squad know how Harry, how he is with his wife. He don't play that. Okay. So I'm going to go into Squatty Corner. Yeah. And then a few things. And then I'll be getting to your favorite time. So just hold on a little bit. Hold on. So in Squatty Corner, kaboom, let me take the banner down. The amount is still the same, $133,018. So there hasn't been any change So I'm just going to report, and this is probably the last. I'll probably do it next weekend, and then just take it that it's phased out, because within like August we'll start. Well, July, the end of July, right before the birthday, we'll probably hear what will be the charity and then the campaign for Harry and Meghan's birthday, because that's usually how it happens. So, okay. But I did want to share. This is from Squatty Corner. And because it's a squatty, yes, I'm not sharing the name, but um, there was so much truth in this. So I just labeled it truth. Will is angry at Kate. She could never compare to Meghan. So he weaponized Middleton's against Markle's. Classier, richer, better. He held that over Harry and sold it to the press and public. Now, Middleton's and Markle's are viewed in the same shady light, and he blames Kate. He is furious. Yeah, let me take a sip of tea. Mm-hmm. Don't play chess if you don't know the game. Okay. Whew. All right. So, little reminders to everybody. There are channel memberships. There's 2 tiers. Really, everybody has basically the same. And I have to think of some special guests that I can get to do a members only live stream. But I try to do little extras for the members, and you're probably seeing the Nightbot drop links. For those that are content creators and are channel members, that's my way of giving back, to drop links to your channel. If you have more than one channel, both channels will be dropped. Now, if you have 3 channels, God bless you, and you need to tell me the secret. Okay. I do have a store where you can get merch, mugs, t-shirts, which I don't have picture, or sweatshirts, that whole thing. And I'm still on the road to my 10K. Yes, 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 yes. I wanted to show you some trending, and then I'm going to jump into comments real quickly, and then I'll I'll get to trash time. So trending, this is this morning. Squad, I'm so done with y'all sometimes, but Prince of Pegging. So we've gotten pissed off because that's the only time I usually see that trending. Mm-hmm. Spares trending, that's always a good thing. And then Willie. Mm-hmm. This morning, well, no, yesterday, I saw this trend. Now, I was like, you know what, Squad? Church Nelly, when I saw this, I bust out laughing because I thought of you momentarily. I was like, I don't think she's on here. I could see you leading the charge, but that was, to me, hilarious to see. Okay, let me jump into the comments. Hey, Spirit Mouse Media, how are you? Hey, Vinny, how are you? Good to see you. Hopefully, I'm getting some of the West Coasters, because I'm sure y'all are a little happy because it's not as early. Hey Keeper, how you doing? Sharon, let me see. Just looking for comments. Because Church Nelly usually takes me out when I read hers. Let me see. It's just hello to everybody who has joined since I've been going. Oh, that's nice of you, Teresa. Big shout out to VSSpeaksRoyally and the moderators. Yes, they do a wonderful job. Just be mindful to all that. Nightbot may get you, and I don't know how he will, or it will, I should say. But yeah, Diane, I'm enjoying Binging Suits on Netflix, a quality channel. Pleased to be associated with the Sussexes recognized. Yes. If you aren't watching, at least, it's a gem. Suits is really good. Yeah. They have their little cliffhangers and all. Elaine, thank you so very much. Thank you. And I haven't even gotten to trash time. That's for you. Let me get to my favorite little spot here. Okay, this is for you. You're making it rain, 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 rain down on me. Thank you. I hope you were well over there in the UK. Trying to stay cool because I understand it's pretty warm. Mm-hmm. Let me come back up to comments. Click there so I won't be confused if any new ones come in. Let me see. I think it's all just highs. Everybody's sitting here waiting, aren't you? Mm-hmm. Rochelle, did you see Netflix statement about looking forward to continuing working with Harry and Meghan? Dated June. No, I haven't seen that. Let me see if I can. I wonder if they have it on the Bird app. Please wait one moment, please. Do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. I'll try to find it. Okay, squatties have. Okay, here we go. Let me see. Okay, I will. Oh, even given the publication, because they were a little snarky in something they said about Harry and Meghan, which is coming up in trash time. But I'll put this here. So, let me get it here. We're gonna go. Whoop. Okay. In one moment, while I bring it over to StreamYard. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Here we go. Let me take down the comment and highlight it. So, although it's Wall Street, they're on my list right now. But this is a first screenshot that I got to, and it just says an Archwell spokeswoman said new companies often make change their startup phase, both with people and strategy, and we are no exception. We're more equipped, focused, and energized than ever before. She said the company recently hired a new head of scripted content, actress and producer Tracy Ryanshire. Okay, so understand. Head of scripted content. All right. A Netflix spokeswoman said the company valued its Archwell partnership and noted that Harry and Meghan are the biggest documentary debut, or was its biggest documentary debut. We'll continue to work together on a number of projects. Mm-hmm. They know value. Mm-hmm. And like clean, pristine work, if that makes sense. So it's not a whole bunch of foolery, like something I see coming up. But we'll talk about that in trash time. Thank you, Rochelle, for that. All right, let me come back over here. Come up here, go there. All right, let me just check more comments, and then I'm going to hit your favorite thing. Let me see. Diane, thank you via Speaks. When haters amp up the nonsense, we need to use our places to shout out the good news and Sussex accomplishments, actions versus words. Yes. So, Church Nelly, I see your comment. Yes, we some may not like that the negative comments or what's being said, because most people on the Bird app will say that Squatty spread the hate that's being said about Harry and Meghan more than what the Derangers do, or do the Derangers' job in spreading it. But I've said before, I wouldn't know if half the stuff wasn't shared, because I'm truly not checking that deeply into what people are saying. Now, if it comes up on my timeline, then I'll see it, and then we can go from there. But yeah, we have to scream their accomplishments, and that far outweighs any separation or of an agreement with Spotify. They just signed a lifetime agreement. That's something everyone has to keep in mind. Like, it's not a lifetime contract, unlike how the firm feels that they have over Harry. Okay. Whew, that's a little bit. Let me see. Rigid, Church Nelly, Rigid and Frigid need to give the hell up. We all know they can't stand each other. Oh yeah, we're getting ready to get to that too. All this fake cosplaying affection is just pathetic. Which is why I did my little look back, because those in Squad, we know how Harry and Meghan are when they're in public. PDA, they don't give two hoots. And that's how it should have been from the beginning, if there ever was. But if you remember in the engagement interview, what did you call him? Rigid and frigid. He patted her on the knee. That's like that shoulder pat we saw a couple months back. Yeah, he patted her on the knee, like you'll be fine. You'll do a good job. Something like, I'm like, is he talking to, you know, his pooch? Okay, I'm getting into trash time and I don't want to. All right, Vinny. Rochelle, Netflix knows a winner when they meet. When Spotify is just bitter because they couldn't hold they couldn't hold on to them. Mind you, I don't know if they really wanted to stay there. What it cracks me up about it is that's what the Derangers were asking for. Get rid of them, break them, get the contract, let them go. But of course, it's more so Harry and Meghan walked away because why? When that controversy with Rogan and all of the stuff that was going on, the Derangers were out there in full force, like, you know, come on, cut them loose, get them, get rid of them. Then when they do, it's like they do a victory lap and act shocked. But again, it's not a lifetime contract, so yeah. Ooh. Look at her, nacho man. Yeah. Listen, Singapore don't play around, Church Nelly. So if you go over there, you would have to, mind your P's and Q's and keep your hands to yourself. Yes. And if you pass out, yeah, I'll show you a picture. This is how you're gonna lay prostate. You'll see shortly. Let me see. Sharon, how are you? Yes, Squaddies, a U.S. Weekly reported she's back at it again. Just this morning, she was back ad about Meghan and Harry marriage read to UK expert. Harry is regretting leaving his family. Harry's with his family. I don't even know who she is, but she can go take a long walk off a very, very short pier. Okay. Oh, Vinny added to it. Let me see. Spotify. They couldn't hold the Sussexes. Okay, yeah. Whew. He's like their top dog. And if they want to hitch their mule to that particular person with that number one podcast that says the most trashish, like you can say trash, but racist stuff, like there needs to be a thin, very, very, very thin line. Okay. Diane, that's how you royal ascot. Even our trophy is bigger and shinier than what the others were trying to present. Oh my God. I think I've said this before. If I haven't, excuse me, but squatties across the globe, attention to detail is like no other. Because I saw the video, which I do have that, but I wasn't looking at any more than, oh, here's a picture, there's a picture, and kind of went on with, yeah. Mm-hmm. But I said, oh no, we're going to do our own little look back on our Royal Ascot. Mm-hmm. Annie, you must have got tired. Yeah. To all of you still that I missed. Yes. Hello to everyone. Everyone. Okay. So, oh my goodness. 1998 champions. How are you? So what are you making lunch for us? That sounds pretty good. What's for lunch? You know me. I'm like, Compton Cali gal, the Middleton should have never left their day job. Let's come back to that. Ooh, see, you want me to? Okay. Every time. Ooh. Yeah, I'm putting that together now, almost, and it's funny as all get out, but yeah. Annie, when I tell you, whew, I was like, only squad. Only squad is behind that, but that's fine. Hey, there's some other. I mean, I have to like hold my breath when I just do a hashtag Meghan Markle just to see what's under there because, yeah, sometimes the derangers get a little out of sorts under that hashtag. So let me see. Hey, RNT Entertainment, how are you? Good to see you dropped out of the clouds, sir. Let me see. Do I have any? Oh, and let me just say, sir, yes, I was in the clouds last night. And I heard my name come up and I clutched my pearls and the rocket took off. Okay. Whew. I appreciate the kind words, but Lord. Oh, excuse me. I just popped some Skittles in my mouth. Why did I do that? I don't know. Ruth, you're waiting for a lip reader to tell us. Oh, no. They don't have lip readers. He spoke to her in mumble-instance. He mumbled back to her, and she understood him. Only they understand that language. Teresa. The lies and misinformation that the tabloids spread out there are feeding the sensational appetite of individuals who live for this sort of nastiness. They relish in it. Yeah, they do. And it's just, yeah. But yet, if the tables would turn, they would be losing their minds. They would be losing their minds, having channels all over the globe. Because these hate channels are from all over the place. So, that are against Harry and Meghan. Lorna. Royal Ascot is less about the horse racing, but about the fashion for those, for the who's who to be seen. And the closer you get to the inner circle, the more important they feel. Yeah, it is about all that. And I don't think Meghan went to one before she married him, right? To my knowledge. Only from that whole, theory that some people run with over there in the Deranger camp. Church, they're going to start talking about the money Kate spends on those god awful clothes soon. She should stick with her, coat dresses. That just go back to the basics. She might need to. All right. Sylvia, the U.S. reporter, is a true Meghan hater with her not so good looking self. Oh, is that? You know what? I saw a picture of somebody and they were like, "This is the Meghan hater," and there's so many. And I just wasn't, by the time I got home and it was like, yeah, I don't want to get my blood boiling and some crazy Looney Tune. But yeah, they all seem to have the same hue about them. Diane, we don't need a lip reader to understand. Billy doesn't want to be. Woo! Okay. All right. So on those notes, Gwendolyn's like, Diane, absolutely. Well, let me just make sure. I don't have anything else. Now, I showed you the trendings, yes. And so I'm sure with that one that was trending yesterday, Camilla, this was her. That's how I envision her. All of them need to be after I go through this stuff, but yeah. So if all hearts and minds are in agreement, it's your favorite time. Trash time! Trash time! Trash time! So since we're on the topic of Ascot 2023, since you asked, there's a few little tidbits. So here's a picture, and somebody was like, "Don't they look so in love?" But for all of you who have mentioned it, and I don't think I listened, I don't believe there's sound, but here is, she's trying to do the same thing that Meghan does with the hand. I'm going to play it one more time, but when I say the next thing I say, I'm moving on to the next clip. Okay, so he turns around, he sees who's behind him, right? He feels a hand. He looks beyond her. Okay, now, on that note, I'm coming up. I'm coming up. So, allegedly, this person, hence why I have the name, was a squatty. Okay, they've been immediately blocked once I took the screenshot, but I'm sorry to say that William looks regretful to have even married Kate. In fact, in Spare, Prince Harry claimed it was possible the marriage was arranged and that William didn't even know he was getting married until. What in the actual are you talking about, crazy A's? Oh, okay. Because the entire globe knew when that idiot was getting married because they make the announcement and oh my god, he's the heir. He's the heir to the heir at that time, but he was known the future. He will be a future king, and she hung around, lived with them because they lived together before they got married. Nobody better not even come for me for that because I know all the coverage that has been shown. Yes, all right. Anyway, Wady Katie, 10 years. Finally got that ring. It's got some bad juju on it, but she got that ring that she, you know, had to work for. Anyway, nothing in spare speaks to that BS that this person put on, and they caught. Yeah. Squatties were setting the record straight. I'll just say that. All right. So moving on, there was the big rumor, and I think it was either Talk Tuesday or Trash Time when I spoke of the rumors on Archetype and how Megan didn't actually do the interviews and they spliced her voice in and all that other stuff and blah 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 da da da. Andy is not taking no prisoners with people. I don't have the audio, but I did hear the audio. But he's like, and in fact, let me just drop the banner for a minute so that you can read. And it just says, of course, I spoke with Megan, and she definitely interviewed me. That's an insane rumor. So he's just putting out there that, yeah, she did interview us. I mean, I'm thankful that some, even if it's just the one right now, but if we listen to the interviews, Mimi, Don't You Tell Me, Paris Hilton, and all the others, and she might not have been face to face with them, but she interviewed them. So, mhm, mhm, mhm. So, although Andy is known to be petty and messy, thank you, Andy, for stepping up and putting your petty and messy to the side for at least one moment in time. Okay, one moment in time. All right. Let me go back over here. But someone had to. I saw this screenshot and I was like, "What in the?" Okay, so I've never heard this information before, so I guess it's a deranger, and I'm just going to take it as that because I've not heard anything. Choosing the right kind of guest was often fraught. Okay. Megan wrote Taylor Swift a personal letter asking her to come on the podcast. The pop star declined through a representative, Megan getting rejected by, and then he at just like peony Swifties. But not everybody that she asked came on. I'm sure there were many others. Who cares? What she would have even spoken to, maybe she was going to talk to her about the bimbo piece and had more than Paris, but that podcast turned out perfect just the way it is. So, um, you know, Taylor didn't want to be a part of it, no problem. But why do we have to make it seem like people turn down things all the time? You know, the I have to catch myself. She is touring, I believe. So, I don't know if she was last year, but yeah, anyway. So I saw this headline, scratched my head a little, and just was like, okay, here we go again. Duke and Duchess of Sussex lewd trademark bid. So I had to click to go in to see what was going on. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex have had listen to the wording, a trademark application for archetypes rejected. Okay. Trademarking takes a lot of time. It's a lot of paperwork. And so, you know, but they're making it into, the whole with the canceled Spotify podcast. Listen, eventually we won't be saying that it was the Spotify podcast, but let me take the banner down so you can see the rest of that. Just said have refused the request because of likelihood of confusion with an existing brand. Lead with that, you dumb SOBs. I'll just say it like that. Gonna try not to say the F word too much. All right. But that's something that, yeah. Anyway, no biggie. Moving on. I'm sure they get it. Now, see, this is why I was saying the Wall Street Journal. Now, on these publications, got to be careful of who, what, and where, right? So I just took a screenshot. Harry and Meghan produced a Hollywood flop themselves. Mm-hmm. So you consider them a flop because a podcast is not renewed on a certain platform when they could bring it back in a whole nother way, let alone I have a feeling we're going to see a lot more on Netflix from their production company. So to me, that's a win-win-win. Uh-huh. Okay, let's look at the accomplishments. Mm-hmm. And it won't be saying Spotify original soon when we see new branding popping up eventually. Eventually. Okay, so get ready. Speaking of, William's bold moves as the new Prince of Wales. Ooh, I let me just because I think I have it on. Yeah, CNN. Because it was CNN, I was like, oh Lord, what now? And that was my reaction. Oh Lord, what now? And so I clicked in just to see. He's the heir to the British throne, is married to Catherine, Princess of Wales, and is the father of a crowd-pleasing trio. Oh yes, I had to highlight that. Took a screenshot because that just hit me a little. A crowd-pleasing trio. Why are they crowd-pleasing? Because they're bland? That's what you're trying to say? All they do is stand on the balcony or ride in a carriage. How crowd pleasing can they be? Okay. Because, they're not working royals yet, I don't think. So, in continuing, this I thought was funny, so I had to bring this in. We're all very busy, and I think it's hard sometimes to see what the family bring and what we do. But the amount of causes, the interest, the dinners, the meetings, the visits, right. Whatever it is that we do day in and day out, you do shit. Nothing, nada, zilch. Okay. Excuse me. Woo! Throughout the year, we've always been involved in that part. So what he's talking about, because the great venture is that basically he did a sit-down interview with the ones that have that new logo that looks very familiar to a certain group that most people are trying to get rid of. But anyway, the crux of the interview was his efforts to combat homelessness in the United Kingdom, an issue which he's long devoted himself and one which perhaps rooted him in childhood by his late mother. Oh, now you want to use Diana for PR. One minute you say that she was used and she's crazy, and then the next minute, she placed in me to care about the homeless. You should be doing that without it having to be announced, you stupid ass. Okay. If you really cared. But if you really cared, you need to get her better fitting shoes. And you really care, you need to tell us where your granny's necklace and other jewels are that went missing after a certain wife, yours, allegedly, was last seen, especially this one on the screen. Because she wore it to your granny's, I believe it was the funeral. Okay. I told y'all those will always be shown. Woo. Okay, that's all I have for trash time at the moment. Please, everyone, make sure that you hit the thumbs up. Share out if you're able to share out if you haven't already. And yeah, I'm gonna jump into the comments with you and hang out with you a little bit. I have time. I'm not at least pushed or rushed right now, so we's in trouble. All right, I'm gonna go up. Hey, Mrs. S. Hey, makeup mom and son. How are you, Michelle? I hope you are well. I haven't seen you in a while. Alan. Woo! I do hold my breath a little bit. Okay, she must be asleep. I was just making sure I hadn't missed anything from Hilda. Okay, I'm scrolling up. I'm gonna jump into comments. Let me come in. I'm just gonna start at what is this, Lorna? Church Nelly. I'm gonna see if there's a recipe out there for Singapore nachos. She would eat it up. She would make it and eat it up. Alan, maybe he asked her to turn the peg off while she was back there. Excuse me. I can't. Love y'all. Okay, so um Alan, this is for you. You're making it rain, 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 rain down on me. Ugh. I think I owe you one from the last because I think your comment took me completely out and I forgot to run this before I put the outro on. So you're making it rain, 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 rain down on me. Ugh. Thank you so very much. I appreciate you. Oh my gosh. Okay. Whoa. Yeah, you all with the trash can. Oh, there you go. Well, I hope it was a good one for you there, Church Nelly. Um, mm, 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 mm. Sylvia, one when you were right. She had guests on to specifically talk bad about Megan. I'll stop watching that podcast. I remember. Oh goodness. I'm glad I don't know who the hell you're talking about. Church Nelly, I see you are in truly rare form, as is that Ascot. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Diane, tell us how you really feel. Woo. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. All right, let me come down. Don't rock the boat, baby, rock the boat. That's how I see him. Yeah, rock the boat. Mm-hmm. That's all they do is they just turn on the smiles, and I mean, you hope they keep that mask on while in public, but it's been dropping a lot lately, and it's making it very hard for them to hide how they really feel. But they look hot and bothered, unlike Harry and Meghan, who are unbothered, yeah, but still look hot. Now y'all know she's not the best when it comes down to styling. None of them are. Dare they take any advice from a woman who had a lifestyle website and had a couple of brands that had a line or two, and she modeled. Yeah, I'm just saying. Let alone all the clothes that she wore was a decision of Megan's. Especially being she was paying for it. King KC3 didn't have enough money for her. Go figure. Let me see. Benjamin, revisionist history, straight up lies. Harry never said that. And when I tell you, Benjamin, they catching some. And then it was put out. This is for the block list, and I was like, "What did they say?" I looked. I was like, I had to read it again. I was like, "What?" I'm like, "Yeah, no." Mm-mm. He said a lot of other stuff, but he didn't say that. Now, maybe they got Netflix confused, but even in that, Harry didn't say that Space and Cosplay had an arranged marriage because that just was not the case. And maybe it was. I guess Granny said, since she envisioned this in an English accent, since she has waited and lied around for 10 years, don't you think it's time that you make her honest home? Okay, there we go. All right, let me move on. Compton, Cali didn't nobody with prestige and class want William and or those god awful titles, yeah. Although it's kind of funny that the one, well, allegedly that he's pegging around with, allegedly, is up there in the ranks or is from the aristo background, but I don't know. Too much swapping. Mm, 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 mm. Lottie, you think so? She's so stupid. She's just a wannabe Megan, but she's slowly finding out that she can't be. Nobody can be. When Harry looked at that woman on that Oceania tour, I think they were in New Zealand at the time, and she was just so. Now, quick glance, you would have been like, "Oh wow, yeah, she does look like Megan." But when the camera was and you saw a picture, you were like, "Yeah, okay." And he sweetly said, "No one looks like the only one that looks like my wife is," and he pointed to her. He pointed to Megan. So yeah, everybody needs to stop, get over it. The man, he told you. Now this is what he did say about the conveyor belt. Now cut it out. Maybe they need to read that part over and over and over and over again, or maybe they have, and that's why they're flipping Looney Tunes. Maybe that's the part that got them all worked up. Oh, let me see, Marshall. Was it true that Kate lived with Space and his male roommate when they were in college? From all that I've read and seen, yes, yes, it is. Now, maybe I'm wrong, but that requirement for the bride of the heir to be a virgin was quickly shelved. Uh huh. Okay. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. All right. Tear. Everyone knows Kate was his last resort afterthought, child. I would not even want to go through life like that. I mean, yeah, so we have kids. I mean, was that painful? Well, let me shut up. Well, let me move on. Mrs. S, thank you, Andy Cohn, for doing the right thing, but I still don't trust you. Exactly. Like I said, he put the petty and the messy aside for like a moment to set the record straight. Now we will hold our breath because he probably will come with the messy and the petty at some later point. Um, Ooh, well, she should be able to, Jeannie. At Lottie, Kate can't cope with the heat of the media like Megan either. From what all the Rangers have told us, the harassment that Megan got wasn't anywhere near what Katie Reedy got. So she should be able to handle it. And I hope she can, because as it's been shown, if you're not a working roller, you don't get royal protection. Don't matter who mother you are, okay? Or whose mother you are. Because they sure didn't care that Diana was the mother of the future heir. So, same goes for her. But that's her juju. Mm-hmm. Rachel, the line was since they met in college was a love match. This parent, sometimes these new these new I guess you mean you were like new defenders are worse than the Rangers, please. They're not defenders of Harry and Meghan. They are the Rangers, but they're just in sheep's clothing, so to speak. Mm-hmm. Meghan interviewed the Sex City writer in person because they talked about what she was wearing for the interview and what Meghan had on. Diane, come on now. As they, I don't know why the Rangers try this, knowing that with Squad, we are going to listen so carefully to almost every single word. Listen to it again, and then listen to it again. And then we'll be out there listening to every positive Sussex channel that is discussing whatever it is too. So come on now. Woo! And Spare was the talk of the town. So and we, here I went through each week on archetypes, and then I know everybody else did too. That's within which, although Nightbot is dropping links, you can, for those that are mods and have the links to the positive Sussex channels, and y'all know who they are, you can drop those links too. So let me see. I'm just going through the comments. Hey, brown girl Bella, how are you? Because I think I need to behave myself and probably get offline. Let me see. AU. Miss VS Speaks. Harry actually said that in Spare that he was in Africa with Willie and he didn't say anything about it. And when they got home, Harry heard he is getting married. But the person said the comment as if William didn't know he was getting married. That's how I took it. And again, it's not knowing the relationship, that doesn't surprise me. I mean, he only had Harry as the best man because he had no choice because, PR. And vice versa. Harry can only have him because of PR. Got to show that we're loving brothers, although you're not loving and you're not kind. Space. Okay. Mrs. S, let's ignore the noisemakers who said that Megan did not conduct her own interviews. Woo, child. Well, I like laughing at them. That's what I like because they are Looney Toonies. Yes, Mrs. S, Spotify. So yesterday. What? Mm-hmm. All right. I'm just scrolling through the comments. Do. Excuse me. Let me see. Woo! I'm not fooling with some of y'all with these comments. I see. Cheer. At 41, he still hasn't accomplished anything on his own, just what was bestowed on him. Right. Like his father's, what his father had, the duchy, he's just, here's $1 billion for you. Good luck. And she seems to be having some good shopping sprees. I wonder if Mama's going to get them hand-me-down dresses and stuff. Maybe those shoes were for her mom, and because they were smaller size, she just figured she could wear them anyway. Nobody would notice. Mrs. S, he ain't checking her feet, so he don't seem to give a rat's ass what her cankles look like. Oof. Obviously, they're not up around his neck. And we're all adults here, I hope. And we're going to leave that comment right where it is. Oh, and Patreon will be coming soon. Okay, there you go. Just because the comment I just said, yeah, I would go more in depth, but I'm not doing that here. All right. Let me see. I have 3-star. Oh, Patricia. Welcome to channel membership. Okay, Patricia. This is for you. New channel member. And I will I thank you, number one, for even becoming a channel member. And I will greet you as I do all the channel members once the live stream is over. But welcome. As someone else likes to say. Mm-hmm. Let me come back over to this side. That is awesome. Let me see. Black Queen, thank you. Corlita, thank you both for your super stickers. I'll play it twice for both of you. You're making it rain, 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 rain down on me. You're making it rain, 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 rain down on me. To both of you, thank you so very much for the blessings. I appreciate it so very much. Y'all crack me up when you channel members up here. Oh, I have to mute for a second. That was a loud cough. Channel members, y'all be spoiling. Lorna. Will Elise wants to be touched, but not by her. He would rather touch a rose bush with thorns than Kate. Ooh, I'm surprised she isn't dressed like a rose for Halloween. Okay, let me move on. Benjamin, she wore the clothes, unlike Kate, who lets the clothes wear her. Ooh, it's a comfort level and magnetism that Diana had that helped her, look good. I tell you, over the course of time, when you see that like transformation of a young woman who is just unaware, and then she finds herself in her voice, yeah. And the fact that they basically were trying to drive her, they were really trying to do this to Megan, drive her out of, like, you're not doing any type of public engagements or whatever. Now, Diana was keeping up with what she had as a royal wife and Princess of Wales, but they didn't even want her to do that. The crazies. Okay, yeah, no, I'm not going to touch any of these pagan things. Let me see. Dolores, please don't say that about Beyonce because she really do interviews. We don't want to start something. Beyonce. I'm Donna, Netflix spokesperson, has spoken out about. Yep, I showed that and shut the tabloids down from lying, which I'm loving to see that, because before they can get headlines, although it makes them look stupid because we now have receipts of the stupid shit that you said, and now we can come back around and say, oh, but this is the actual situation. Hey, Sam, how are you? All right, let me keep on scrolling. Ruth, let's see. Nightbot is good. Yes, Nightbot is good. I know it may seem like it's spamming, but it's just dropping the links of those channel members that are content creators. So, let me see what Mrs. S is saying. In order to maintain that billion, you have to do what KC3 did to get it there. Baldy mop or bald mop ain't no KC3, and with the way Broomstick is spending in order to keep up with Megan, it may be gone soon. And that should suit them just perfectly fine. Hey, Firefly, how are you? Good to see you. Let me see. Hey, Lola. No problem. All right, I'm at the bottom of the comments. Okay, so does anybody have any? Okay, within reason. I must put that disclaimer. Anything that I haven't gone over that you've heard about? Again, within reason. Because, sometimes we all get carried away. I know I'm probably the ringleader in that. So Lottie, if he does not want Kate to touch him, then who's touching him? Who's zooming who? Love the one you're with. That doesn't ring too true with them, but I'm gonna go with it. Benjamin, Mrs. S, there's a keen observation. KC3 will not show Will the dirty tricks. True. I don't think he has to. I think Space has been observing quite well, and KC3 knew how to do it more so quietly, but nobody was picking up. Although that's probably how that invisible contract came to be, because it would have been under, KC3's time as Prince of Wales. Crazy old goop. KC3 was taught by old school. Oh yeah. Mhm. You know, that really didn't see that what's done in the dark comes to light, but oh, it's coming to light. Sylvia, so I see the crazy British press starting up a new lie about Meghan and Taylor. Yes, I showed that. I had to laugh at it. Now, mega stars like that, yes, I'm saying Taylor Swift is a mega star. Their fan base usually don't play around like that. So if Taylor even addresses it, that person will probably have to like shut down their account because yeah. I know if it was certain artists that I know, the hives of each of theirs would have, yeah, that person would have already closed their account, and that wouldn't even have stopped them beyond what they wanted to do, because people are like thinking they can run and hide, and that's just not the case. So, Alan, just wondering what you consider within reason. Within reason, sir, is something that I won't get, a little email from YouTube saying, we demonetizing you, that type of thing. Within reason, because everything's alleged. That's said on here, everything's alleged, except for the accomplishment of Harry and Meghan, because we know that's not alleged. That's given. But trash time is all alleged. Mm-hmm. What is said and done. Hey, Ami, how are you? Oh, Lord. Okay, let me see this. Diane, my friend Flicka is supposed to promote British designers, but tried to get in on the Dior love this week by wearing one of their outfits badly and without comment from Dior. Had a big cough. See what you did to me, Diane? Okay, so here's the thing. When you're a con sort, I don't care what you put after that. Nothing else matters. Ooh, this might be the closing comment. You just took me completely out with that. She can try it. Let her try and keep up with Meghan, who's 30 some odd years younger than her. Give me a break. But yes, we need a roadkill time too. Oh my God. Church Nelly, yeah, not fooling with you. Inside joke. Going back to the space station, huh? Okay. Let me see. Well, all the other comments that were made about, the outfit wearing the person versus the person wearing the outfit, yeah. Okay, let me get it together. Ruth. Camilla was wearing the house of Omar, the tent maker, a sub branch of Dior. Okay. Okay. I had to mute to do like a laugh and scream. Yeah. I didn't want to wrap your eardrums. So, woo. All right. Alan, that is so not within my reason. Just saying, okay, now. Lorna, first of all, Taylor's schedule may not have fit Meghan's podcast schedule. Secondly, don't believe it unless it comes out of Taylor's mouth. Yeah, I still am like, but what top of the topics we know about? How would Taylor have even fit into that? Because I don't know. It seems like they're women that are um, within Megan's age group or older, and yeah, I'm just gonna leave that alone. We can know all that we need to know about any type of relationships. Just listen to a Taylor song. She'll tell you everything you need to know on who she's happy with, and then when they break up. Mm-hmm. Woo. Let me see. Dolores Margaret and Diana was the other two that wore Dior in the world family besides Megan. You would think the Queen would have, but no problem. We got you. We got you. Diane, Dior refrained from saying this is not what we had in mind. But we know when silence, they took the stand. I have to give it to them. They took the stand like KC3 did with that situation with Harry and Meghan in New York City. They just didn't say anything. Mm-hmm. But we read all that we need to read into that. This part, Benjamin, yes, somebody mentioned that. That's what's annoying. Charles speaks on tragedy and see nothing on his son because he didn't have the outcome that he wanted. And yeah, I said it. Mm-hmm. Okay. And on that note, let me get out of here because woo. Okay. I'm gonna. What happened? Was she really? I hope they don't try to tie that shit to Megan. Please don't let them. Oh, what's in the news? Okay. Please. Benjamin Taylor truly had an issue with Megan. She would have said something. Yeah. Mm. The white girl has no hair on her tongue. Oh my God. She shades low key when she feels she has to. Ever since that mic got snatched out of her hand, and we all know by whom, that elevated her a bit. I'm just saying that's my opinion. Yeah, she doesn't shy away. She can be petty too, as can most. But oh my God. Woo! Okay. Gee, yeah, no mention of the 700 immigrants lost at sea. Well, woo, I'm going to end because y'all are going to take me down some rabbit holes. When I get to Patreon, hopefully you all will come over there, sign up, and we can really have like an after show because I'm not even going there. Not even going there. So Elaine, take care. I think I saw you say have a good one. Let me see. Where was that? Because I'm just as crazy. Oh, there it is. Elaine, bye everyone, wherever you are in the world. Yes, that's going to be the comment of the day that I leave up. Please take care of yourself. Wear your mask if you're in public. Thank you for being here. I hope you enjoyed Sussex Saturday. Bye, everybody. Mwah.